Hi and welcome to this video. In this video you will learn how to set up an Atlas node. So if we do GitHub Atlas work, go Atlas, and in the GitHub repo copy the URL. This is the documentation on the page. Just bring it over to the side. So I'm going to type git clone. I'm going to paste that URL. So I'm cloning the code repository. Okay, then we'll navigate to that folder. We have indeed cloned it. So now we want to, as per the documentation here, make the project. Now, if you type make Geth and it doesn't build the way it builds for me, you probably want to look at the install instructions and ensure that you have, Go, the dependencies to be able to build this here. If you just click on it and choose the one for your operating system. So for me, it would have been Linux, and it would have been closest to me would have been, or I'm actually on Ubuntu, so I need to make sure I have all these installed. Sorry, apologies. This is obviously documentation for Ethereum, but the same process. Ours is Go Atlas. It's on the Atlas work project, same thing. But make sure you have those installed. What else? And the instructions for Go, really. So as I'm on Linux, so I would have went to here. Run this first. I would have then did sudo tar in this one, unpacked it. I would have did that, and did that. Then I'd probably close this terminal down and start it again. But it's just if you don't have the dependencies. So this is aimed at developers. So most developers should have those dependencies or know how to deal with it. But simply just type make Geth. And as you can see here, the project is starting to build. So what we've done is we've downloaded the Atlas node code. We have changed to its directory, and we're now currently building. So it doesn't take that long. I'm just going to scroll down the documentation a little bit here. See here. So the information is on the page, but I've just extracted the information out here to make it easier for people. So what we're going to do next is, once we have built the application, we will create the chain, and we'll start that chain out with the console parameter. We'll then add our known good node. Now, if you're watching this during the ICO period, this file, make sure it says this file. I'm going to use a different file in this video. Okay, so we'll have a look here. Let's have a look. So we built the project. It's saying to run it, you need to go to this location. So Go Atlas, we're in the build folder, the bin folder, and there's an application called Geth. Okay? That's how we're going to run it. So when you see Geth here, and we need to be in that folder, or that binary that's in this folder needs to be in the same location as where your file is. So we're just going to navigate to that folder for simplicity. Okay, there's our application binary. Okay, so we're going to run the two main files or commands. So this one, as I said, I'm going to use a different name, and that's simply because the name is different prior to the ICO. So this is our testnet file, and for the ICO we'll have a different file in here, and it will be named Atlas Genesis mainnet. So that's what you will see. So when you see me use a different one here, just know that it's prior to the ICO, and it's obviously the testnet that I'm working with. So so where's this file? Because it's important to us, and it's in the root folder of the project. Okay, so let's go back to where we were a minute ago. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to run this command. I'll make this a little bit bigger here so we can see what we're doing. Okay, so before we run it, we just want to make sure that we put this in the right folder. So we are in the bin folder. If we go up one, in the build folder, go up one again, we'll be in the root folder. So we're going up 2 levels because that's where our file is. Now you will use the mainnet in this video because it's before the ICO. I'm going to use this one, use the mainnet. Okay, ready? So what we're going to do is we're going to run the application. We're going to set up this directory. Oh, apologies there. We're going to set up this directory. Okay, cool. That's the first command. The next command is going to give us a console. Okay, so I've just copied the next command. What we're doing here is we're going to use the same directory we used previously. We're going to use the same network ID, which is inside this file. And for your mainnet, this number is going to be different. It's probably going to be an increment of this number, but it's going to be different. And the rest is the same. So let's do that now. Okay, so now you are on the Atlas chain. Okay, cool. So next thing, you're going to want to add our main boot node. That's not our main boot node, it's one of our known trusted nodes. And of course this one here in the video is going to be a different one from on the day. On the day you're going to have the miners, the developers, you're going to have a different one here, and it'll be in the documentation. So go find it and just paste it in here, right? Sorry. True. Okay, so it's successful. And then we can interact with this node. Okay, look. Right. So next thing we want to do is we want to run this command here. But of course, you're going to want to change your password because you're creating an account here, right? So when you execute this command, it'll create you a wallet address, and whatever you put in here is your password. Okay. Okay, so my address has been created. And next we're going to set this newly created account to the default mining account. So any rewards from the mining activity will go to this account. It's called the ether base. So I've run the miner, set ether base. I've called the personal API. I've called the method called the function called list accounts, and the 0, 1 because there only is one in the array starts at 0 increments, 0, 1, 2. Only is the one there, so we set that to this ether base account. So any mining activity then will go to this account. Cool. So next, all we need to do is start mining. Okay. And there we go. So you'll see it when it starts up. It'll create the DAG, and then it'll start mining there. That's it there. So DAG in process. It'll count up to like 100% there, and then it'll start mining blocks. So this terminal, although you see text going here, it is interactive, right? So you can see, you can interact with it, you can type, so don't worry about the text just flowing. Oh, apologies. There's an end there. Okay. Okay. So if you have a friend and you want them to be able to, connect to you real quickly instead of searching, because it's a new network and it's, if nodes will be up and down, 'cause it's decentralized, it's peer-to-peer. So you can always take that. I get that from admin.node.info.enode, and you can just do admin. Your friend can do it, add peer, and then you would host in the person's enode there. True. Obviously I'm adding myself, you can't do that there, but you understand. But that's you up and running. So we have a look at, let's see. Let's have a look. So that's it, running. That you joined the network. I'm just going to look at one thing here. There's a frequently used command in there. I should have it documented here, and I'll do it for the next video. But yeah, so this one here, so these commands are useful to know. So if you do accounts, you see your account is the only one there. If you issue this command, what it's saying is the 0 array based account, the only one there, the first one essentially, assign that to the parameter called primary, right? And then it creates another in this particular command here. It's basically saying get the balance of the primary account and convert it. Okay, so at the minute there's 0 because it hasn't started mining the blocks. It's still building up. It hasn't got to 100% yet. It hasn't built it in memory. But we'll run that command in a little while and we'll see that we get a balance and that it actually is working. But essentially that's it up and running. So if you want to stop mining, it's just miner.stop and it stops it. I don't want to stop it just yet until it starts mining. Just some of the information about it. So that's essentially it. I don't think there's any other good commands on there. That's you up and running. Do connect with us on social media. Do follow us on social media. Make sure you're on the mailing list. We are obviously looking for contributions to the code base and the project. So if you want to contribute in any way, reach out to us. We'd be happy to have you contribute. So this video is dedicated to the mining community, to the blockchain miners. You are the first guys to get access to this particular blockchain, and we hope you start mining it and start to add some nodes and some stability to the network. And then towards the end of the month and towards the end of the ICO, then we'll start to open up the DApp application where the non-mining community can then get access to some of these work coins. But essentially this will just build up the memory for those who are familiar, and we'll start mining. But this is where you can find the information. It's on github.com/atlas.work, and that's the Go Atlas implementation there. And this Atlas parity is the actual graphical user interface for those who are interested in. There's another video that'll show you how to get this client, this GUI, this graphical user interface wallet up and running. And if you have a mining node that's mining, you can then send a transaction from this particular node here to your graphical user interface wallet here in parity. So look out for the other video that shows you how to get started with parity. And here again is the commands that I used and the steps I took to get mining on the Atlas blockchain. So leave a comment, share the video, ask for help if you can't do it, but it's pretty straightforward. Hopefully by the time the ICO comes around and things have streamlined a little bit, you'll just be able to click a file and it'll do it all for you in one go. But that's the steps. Thank you.